Hey, what's up, guys? I've been doing boxing lately. My old friend that I got re in touch with, he does boxing here in Niagara Falls, and he introduced me to a one-time free session. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to that. And I kind of got hooked, literally. Boxing is a really great sport, and it's something that I've wanted to do for my whole life almost. Like I've always wanted to get into boxing. I have minor background in karate and some kind of like kickboxing, if you will, but it's nothing formal like this. Like this is next level. The guys who are teaching this are like professionals. The one guy, he's had like something like 90 something fights under his belt, and the other guy, him and his brother. I think his brother was like part of the Olympics in Canada. I don't know. I've only been there 2 times, but regardless, it is quite enlightening and eye opening, and what something that I really enjoy doing. And part of okay, so my whole channel here is about like a lot of it is about this cycle I'm doing. Okay, and right now I'm doing the NPP, masteron, and testosterone and HGH cycle, and I'm kind of getting super fit physiologically, pretty great, like compared to what I was before. So now applying that to a sport such as boxing has been pretty good in just being doing it like 2 times. These guys, though, like I said, they're professional boxers and coaches teaching me the basics, right? And basics, like what is basics, is actually kind of advanced more so than I thought. How to throw the jab properly, right? And foot position, body weight position, how to breathe, and it is nonstop. Like, okay, the boxing exercise through the hour that it is starts with about 10 minutes of skipping rope. 3 times 3 sessions of like a minute in between off break. That's pretty hardcore. Next, you shadow box for about 5 or 10 minutes, just getting it. And then one of the coaches comes one on one with you and shows you for about 10 minutes, one on one, what you need to do. Then for about 10 minutes, you apply that to a heavy bag. Then he comes with other people, other students, and has his gloves, and you do different combos. He calls the combos out, you do them. Then you go back to the heavy bag, and it's about 5 minutes of straight, well, slight break in between, but pretty much 5 minutes straight of doing different, like they might be like nothing but uppercuts, nothing but hooks, 1-2s, By the end of that, it is like I was sweating like a motherfucker. I was dripping sweat. So I'm applying to this again. This page is about not just like my steroid use, but it's also my fitness philosophy and plan. And I'm incorporating boxing as a major part into it, and I'm going to then delete the CrossFit from it. So I was doing CrossFit before on top of my bodybuilding. Now I'm just going to do bodybuilding and boxing for the summer. 5 days a week boxing, at least. I bought shoes today that were like $180, boxing shoes, and I'm pretty much committed to it. I paid the membership and things, and I'm really excited. This is why I'm sharing it with you. I'm very excited because, again, this is something I've wanted to do for some time, and these guys who are teaching it, it's like a legit boxing gym. It's like Rocky Balboa kind of style gym, or what you would expect. It's kind of like in a basement with a ring and some speed bags and some heavy bags and things. It's like, and the coaches are legit. They're really cool too. They're really friendly, and I enjoy it thoroughly. So I hope what I hope to get out of this is how to actually apply some fitness, be fitness to something that's applicable or has some tangible outcome, which is how to fuck somebody up if it came down to it, right? And I really think that this will be a good answer to that. And like, I wouldn't call myself like a bad fighter. I've gotten into fights in my years, you know, but I wouldn't consider myself a good fighter or experienced. And you know, it's just from what I've already gathered from this, it's like there's the technique. There's just some simple basics of technique that if you're not experienced in, it's like you're trying to navigate some waters that you're not used to without knowing basic sailing technique, right? You got to know the tools of the trade and how to throw basic jabs, how to do the basic combos, how to have the foot position where you're not overextending. And all of these things apply to daily life in a form like a metaphorical type of way. So it's not just a matter of, you know, some of these sports like boxing where you're like might think that it's not applicable to something else. It actually is. And that's why I want to share it with you as something that, whether you're in anabolics or not, I think it'd be very beneficial. Now, when you are taking anabolics, there is the fact that you might be a bit roid rage, and what better way to channel that energy into something that is aggressive but appropriate. Now, when I was hitting that heavy bag today, they got me to breathe out every time. I was doing like uppercuts or like hooks to his back. I was doing that. The aggression I was able to get out on that was like, in a way, pent up, was appropriate. And there's no better way than anabolics when you're on it to have something like that. That being said, it's not necessarily the most ideal because some anabolics, like even like testosterone, might hinder your endurance side of things. And I think I'm sensing that myself a little bit because in one way I'm sweating like a motherfucker, more than I ever have before. Like literally, I start jumping rope and then I start shadow boxing, and then the coach comes in with me, and I'm like projecting sweat on the coach. He's like, and I'm like, sorry, man. I'm like shooting sweat on you. He's like, yeah, it's all good though. Like he understands, but it's like my shirt is drenched like within 15 minutes of even doing anything, and I don't think that's natural or normal. I'm not gonna lie, but nonetheless. I'm pretty sure I'm going to shed mass weight within about 2 or 3 weeks of doing this 5 days a week. Initially, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it 3 days a week, but I'm kind of now caught the hook, so to speak, and I'm hooked in. I'm going to do it at least 5 days a week, I'm thinking. So that's where I'm at now. I wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe boxing is something that you might like to consider doing if you are a bodybuilder. As much as I love bodybuilding, right? I love it. Hooked on bodybuilding, addicted to bodybuilding. But the practical aspect of things is like, okay, I'm doing a chest fly. Well, in real life, what does a chest fly do? Am I like fucking flying or swimming or something? I don't know. But it's like when you're in a boxing training, it's like throw punches. Yeah, I can actually apply that and fuck somebody up if I needed to, right? So isn't that a little bit better? To actually do something that has real world use, but as well, I think funner than CrossFit and bodybuilding in itself. And obviously I'm going to still continue with both of those as well. It's not like I'm going to discontinue doing a particular exercise routine, but adding boxing to it, I think is holistic in the sense that now I can be like, fuck somebody up and find a YouTube. That's what I want to do. So I'll leave it there, guys. Leave in the comment section on what you think about this video, and like always, peace.